Hey there guys, and welcome back to Passion for Petrol. My name's Ed. Today we're going to be sorting out a sunstrip for the Polo GTI. This sunstrip is a universal one from Print, Peel and Stick in matte black, but yeah, I'm going to be fitting it to the Polo today. One small caveat, and I'll just show you that now. So we have obviously a sensor in the front windscreen here for the rain sensing wipers and also headlights. That's just there. I basically want to create a cutout for this because you can't buy a sunstrip that is made for these cars with that cutout, so I'm going to be doing it myself and I'm going to show you that process. There's not really anything on YouTube that I've seen that does this, so it's quite a useful video if you guys are wanting to do the same. Obviously I'm going to be bringing it down to cover this entire area here, so what I'm going to do is measure from the bottom of this to the center of that so I know where to cut, and then yeah, we'll get to installing it. So guys, I've measured, this is in the middle of the sunstrip. You don't need to be too accurate with that because there's kind of a bit of leeway, there's a bit of excess film to go at. So if you round about in the middle, that's okay. I've measured that the center of the sensor is 1.6 inches above the bit that I want it to be. I'm gonna go for around 1.7 just to play it safe. But yeah, this circle cutter that I have, as you can see, it's like a compass that you got in school. This part actually goes in the middle, and then this other bit is the blade. Basically, this doesn't go as small as I want it to be, so it's going to be quite not a big hole, but like a bigger hole than I need, which is fine. I'm not too bothered, it's, you know, a custom job after all. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do now is measure from the center up here, 1.75, just about up here, lovely. And then what I'm going to do is just put my compass in there and make the cut. There we are guys, so that's the finished circle that I made. Looks pretty good actually, I'm pretty happy with that. If you guys want this spare piece, to like and comment, I'll do it as a giveaway. Use it as like an eye patch or a nipple tassel, entirely up to you. Right guys, next step is to of course properly clean the surface that you're going to be applying the vinyl to. If you don't, you're going to have like little bits of dirt stuck underneath. It's going to look really bad, so you're going to want a razor blade, soapy water, cloths, you name it. Just make sure it's really clean and then you can get to laying the vinyl. So guys, first up, soapy water all over the windscreen. Get it nice and saturated on there. And what I'm going to do is actually go at it with a razor blade. Now, people often go, why would you take a blade to the windscreen? What if you scratch it? You're not going to scratch it. Glass is really, really hard. And if you're going at an angle with this, it's going to be absolutely fine. So I'm just going to grab one of those. And then, if you just sort of go across the windscreen, you actually feel it kind of rub against the impurities and pull them off. Kind of get stuck a little bit. But yeah, just kind of do that all over the windscreen. Definitely in the edges as well, because that's kind of your key point. That's where it's going to stick. And then, yeah, it's absolutely fine. Kind of do a once over on this bottom bit as well. And then what we're going to do is use a clay bar as well and some cloths, and we're going to definitely get everything off of this windscreen is the plan. So that'll do for the razor blade. I'm just going to put some more super liquid on there. Don't know why I said it like that, but I did. And I'm just going to use a cloth this time. Really wipe it quite hard, make sure everything's off there. I would also make a note of cleaning your A and B pillars, just because the vinyl is going to stick to that. You don't want any contamination, so you may as well give that a good clean whilst you're at it. And then we'll move on to the clay bar in just a second. Make sure I've got absolutely everything off of there. In fact, I cleaned the top section just above as well, guys, because you literally never know. Dirt can get in places that you wouldn't think it would get in. So be extra careful with it. So I'm going to get rid of that cloth now. I do have another one that looks a bit dirty, but I'm sure there's a clean part of it as well. But yeah, use a second cloth just to make sure that you're not putting dirt from the old cloth back on. There's no point in that. So another round of the soapy liquid now. It's actually TFR, guys. It's like a thing that gets rid of dirt, strips dirt off stuff. Not very liquid, but as you can see, just running the clay bar over now, and it actually feels much smoother than it would have if I hadn't used a razor blade already. So yeah, just want to make sure it's literally getting every single part of it. And then, once we're done with this stage, we are done with the cleaning process. It's just going to be a case of masking the level at which we want the sunstrip to sit at. and then applying it with a bit of heat and cutting it. But yeah, I'll get to that bit in just a moment. Also, make sure that your clay bar is properly lubricated, otherwise it will pull off into little bits. It's really annoying. So just a demo, if I was to run this over paint, you'd have loads of black speckles in it. As you can see, if you can see that, there's very little on there, so it's always a good sign, but it has pulled some off, which is always a good thing. Get rid of that now. And move on to the second cloth, where we're just going to give it a wipe over and make sure all the stuff's off. We're all done with cleaning, so let's head inside and get the rest of the stuff that we're going to need. So, masking tape is going to be your best friend here. What we're going to do is mask the edges in which we want the sun strip to sit at. I'm not 100% sure how to get the most accurate finish on this, so I'm going to do it on camera just so you can see my struggle. But yeah, let's give it a go. So, what I was trying to see there is, basically there's a little mark on the windscreen. I will give you a clip of that. But basically what I was trying to do there is, there's a little mark on the windscreen, and I will give you a clip of that, but I kind of figured that was the point in which the sensor sits at, or it was a point you can't really go past legally, or something like that. I don't think it is the case, so I'm just going to have to change it. But I think what I'll do is I'll just mark the same point on each A and B pillar, and then kind of gauge where the sun strip is based off of that masking tape. So we'll just give it a go. So what I've ended up doing is just marking 8 inches down from the top of the windscreen on both sides. Gives us a good reference point for when we're going to line up the sun strip. So what I'm going to do now is go get some more soapy water, apply that, lay the vinyl, and then use a squeegee to get all the water out. I'll just mention as well, guys, this would be so much easier with a second person, so I do recommend getting a friend to help you with this. I have done this before by myself, and it's a bit of a faff, but we'll get there at the end and you can watch me struggle, which will be funny for you, I guess. So now's the time to lay the vinyl. So what I'm going to do, healthy dose of soapy water over the windscreen and on the vinyl itself, lay it down, and you can start squeegeeing it out. So I've done that in a bit of a backwards fashion. Obviously I have to put it on the other side as well. Good news is I can just lift it up and do that process now. So obviously the reason we do that is because if you just have it on the windscreen itself, it's hard to then position the vinyl, it gets stuck. But if you do it on both, as you can just see, I positioned it so the sensor's bang in the middle. I'm just going to make sure it's level on both sides and the sensor's all perfectly surrounded, and then I'll squeegee it out. Not gonna lie to you guys, that was an absolute pain in the arse. I got really frustrated with it. The wind got hold of it at one point, took it up, and it was just an absolute nightmare. But I think I've got it just about straight now. I'm just going to kind of settle with it as is, because otherwise my OCD is just going to make me want to jump off a bridge. So, yeah, going to just squeeze the rest out, and then we can get some heat on it and cut around. So guys, my phone ran out, and I'm currently got it charged with the extension. So apologies for this kind of filming, but I got it on. It's not perfectly level, but it's good enough. What I have done is I've run around with the heat gun just there. You can use a hairdryer, but heat gun is preferable. Just kind of smooth out all the water, make sure it's soaked down properly, and then now I'm going to go around the edges and trim it. I won't film that, but I will show you the finished product. Right guys, so the sun strip is now on. I'll be honest, I'm not really that happy with the finish of it, so I'll probably redo it at some point, but at least you guys get to see the process. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I think the cutout worked pretty well for the sensor in the middle. When I say I'm not happy, guys, it's like I messed up a little bit. I cut a bit too far here. I've not tucked it properly, so I've not done one of these in a long time, so I felt a little bit rusty, but yeah, it looks good on the car at least. And I think I definitely have a sun strip, but I think I need to redo it. Interior wise, this video might go out before my Alcantara video, to be honest, but to give you guys a sort of sneak peek, I did Alcantara on the inside of the Polo. It looks really purple on camera, but I promise it looks a lot classier in person. Obviously all the red trim, Alcantara, and then the centre of the door cards, which are my favourite bit, because that was really plasticky. Sorted that out. But yeah, inside the car, doesn't really restrict view that much in all fairness. Kind of gives a bit more of a stealthy look. I've actually not done this door yet, guys. That's probably why you might be wondering that. But yeah, I think overall, it looks pretty good. So yeah, I might do that at some point. I think next video will probably be on my dad's new car, Audi TT. But yeah, I basically just got the Alcantara video and the Sunstrip video to go out for the Polo. Also doing a spark plug video, just because that was a requested thing by one of you guys. You want to see kind of like basic service procedures for these cars. So yeah, spark plugs as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content on this car and more cars soon to come. So thank you very much. My name's Ed. This is Passion for Petrol. I'll catch you next time.